All right, so I'm going to walk you guys through how to make a worksheet that you would typically use in a face-to-face setting so that your digital students can use that same worksheet without having to provide them with the Word document that they can easily mess up. So the first thing you want to do is open up that document that you want them to use, whether it's PDF or a Word document or a scan that you took of a physical document that you have in class. Once you have that open, you're going to want to take a screenshot of that document using the snipping tool. So you can either search down in the search bar for snipping tool, or you can use the Windows Shift and the S key, and that will open the snipping tool. Then I'm just going to take a screenshot of that worksheet. Once I take that screenshot, it'll pop up in the corner. I will click on that to open it. And then I will come up here and just simply copy that picture. I then need to go to PowerPoint and open a new blank presentation. Once you open the blank presentation, you want to delete all of the boxes that they already have in place for you. You are then going to go into Design. You're going to click Slide Size, and you're going to want a custom slide size. You're then going to change it to a standard size sheet of paper. So .5 by 11. If your picture or your worksheet is landscape, you want to change your settings over here. But if it's just a normal portrait, you leave it the way it is. You then click OK. I always put maximum because I'm changing my slide to the specific size of that slide. So now that I have a slide that is the size of an average size sheet of paper and the same size as my worksheet, I'm going to click in the upper right-hand corner where it says Format Background. I come down over here and we have a lot of different fill options, but the option you want is picture or texture. I then click on Clipboard because I saved it and it automatically puts that in for me. If the picture is a little bigger than the slide that you made, you may have to mess with the settings over here. I've had it do it to like 6% on both the right and the left, and I put it back down to 0 and it worked just fine. So now I just want to click Apply to All, and this is going to create that worksheet. Now, while the worksheet looks small, students can use the Zoom In feature to zoom in onto the document so that it is a little bit bigger. Now, to make this text or this document interactive for the students, you have to go back to the Insert section, and you're just going to insert text boxes where you want the students to be able to write or type their answers. So I'm going to click on the text box here and then just drag it so that it is the size that I want. And then I type here in each of those boxes so the students can see that there is a box there. You'll want to adjust the size font that you have in that box so that it fits appropriately. And then I just drag my box to where I need it to be. Another way to make that stand out a little bit easier is to change the color font that is in the box. So if you change it to red, it stands out a little bit more. Students can see it more easily. I then take that box, I select the whole box, I use Control C and Control V, and it gives me a second box, which I just drag into the position that I want it to be in. And I do this for each space that I would like students to write in. Some of the spaces are going to be a little bit bigger, so I make that text box bigger. Some of the spaces are going to be a little bit smaller, so I make the box smaller and I make the text smaller, so it fits in that area. Now that I'm using the smaller, I'm going to have smaller boxes. If I bump that down to a size 10, it fits a little bit easier. And then I just copy and paste a bunch of them and position them where I need them. This way, when you share the document on Teams, students are able to open up the document and then they are able to type in what they need. And when they save their document, you'll be able to see all of the edits that they did, but they're not able to move around the text that you are providing them with. You can do this with a picture, you can do it with a PDF, you can do it with anything. So far, I have been using them for guided notes and also a map activity, which I'm going to pull up to show you. It doesn't just have to be like extended response or maps or notes. You can use it for pretty much anything that you need them to label or fill in. That's not what I wanted. So this is another example. I provided students with the information that they needed to fill in. And then in each of these countries that I wanted them to label and geographic features, I just put in those boxes. Again, they're just going to click on it, change it to whatever I have asked them to label in. They then just save the document the way they typically would. Once they save the document, they can upload it into Teams or into Focus, and then you can quickly grade their stuff just as if they did it in class without having to worry about them changing any of the document around on you. Now that we've created the assignment in PowerPoint and we've saved our copy of it, we need to go into Teams and go to the assignment section and create a new assignment. You will then type in your assignment and your instructions like you normally would, and then you're going to add your resources. The default setting to add resources on Teams is that students do not have the right to edit those assignments. So you have to make some changes to that. I am going to select a set of notes that I have for students already. Once that is uploaded, you simply click Done. And if you look underneath it, it says Students Can't Edit. To change that, you're going to come over to the three dots, and then you are going to change it from Students Can't Edit to Students Edit Their Own Copy. Now, when a student opens up this assignment, it's going to automatically create their own copy of that document. So they are just going to go in, they'll open it up either in PowerPoint Online, PowerPoint app on their phone, or the PowerPoint desktop application, and they will be able to go in and then click in all of the spots that you put in for them to be able to edit and change the words there. So far, I've used it for notes. I've used it on a map activity. Once they get in and they see what they need to do, they have no issues doing it. But that's it. You use PowerPoint to create your own documents.